Chinni and Shankar Subash join me now. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So we are a couple of days away from this happening. I'm not sure if it's still, if you guys have realized that it's happening. Tell me how you're feeling about your niece. I'll start with you, Chinni.
I am very excited for her and very happy for her, and of course very proud because she's my niece. Of course, we want everything to go well, and I wish, we didn't have all the challenges they have with COVID and everything.
Sure.
We would have been there to enjoy it with them.
Yeah, I bet. And Shankar, how are you feeling about the fact that Kamala is she's the first female, the first Black American, the first South Asian vice president-elect? How are you feeling about that, Shankar?
Well, I feel equally proud. I got to know Kamala, her family, after we got married, right? And Chinni joined me here in Canada. And so we got to meet with Shyamala, who was Chinni's elder sister, who is no more, Kamala's mother. And we got to know each other well. And their mother was very instrumental in challenging the teenage energies. She was a very no-nonsense disciplinarian. And so we made sure that, they went in the right path and got all the right values.
Well, Chinni, I do want to talk to you a little bit about your sister too, but first I want to play a clip because obviously when I heard this, I didn't realize this was you, and now I know it is. So here's a little bit of your niece, Kamala Harris, talking about you at the Democratic National Convention last year.
Okay. My mother instilled in my sister Maya and me the values that would chart the course of our lives. She raised us to be proud, strong Black women. And she raised us to know and be proud of our Indian heritage. She taught us to put family first. Family is my uncles, my aunts, and my chittis.
So, Chinni, a chitti, explain to people what that is who may not know.
In our language, you don't call your aunts and uncles by their first name. So chitti is the term for the younger sister of your mother.
And when she said that on that stage, first of all, using Tamil, your language, but also that expression and speaking to you, how did that make you feel?
Very proud. I was actually very touched.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything that she has to take care of these days and the speed in which things were happening, I was very touched and very honored that she acknowledged us.
Shankar talked a little bit about your sister who has passed, Shyamala, but obviously she was very important to your niece as well, and she talked about her there. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of mother she was and how important you think she is to Kamala Harris?
Shyamala was their mother, and because she's the eldest in my family and I'm the youngest, I was only in the first grade when she left for the United States to pursue her higher education at Berkeley. And so she always treated me like more like a mother looking out for me. And she was very particular how we did, how well we managed the girls in particular. There was emphasis on their education, their extracurricular activities. In fact, she would insist they do a lot of crafts, cross-stitch, knitting. They were pretty all around. Mm-hmm. And for many Christmases, both of them would make gifts for me. Kamala and Maya would make handmade crafts for us. I still have some of them that, they would give us for Christmas because my sister believed in, being active, not sit around lazing, and certainly not spending time watching TV.
How do you think she would feel about what is happening to her daughter right now?
Oh, she'd be very proud. I don't know if you've seen the picture when she was sworn in as District Attorney of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Shyamala was alive at that time. If you see her in that picture, I think Dianne Feinstein swore Kamala in for that. And my sister looks so proud. Yeah. She was so proud of her daughters because they were exhibiting the values that she had taught them all her life.
Shankar, I don't want to leave you out. You talked
that's
about
okay.
you talked about how you visited them in Montreal, and obviously you both have lived in Canada for a long time too. What do you think Kamala's relationship is with this country, with Canada?
I can't say that I know a lot about her views on Canada, really, because when they were in Montreal, they were there for a few years, and then they moved back to California. Okay?
Right.
And since that time, when we got together, we talked more about family matters rather than the political situation,
Sure.
either in Canada or in the United States. While we have our own views about both side of things here, but we never really talked about politics per se, because there was enough, the time was spent more on having fun and
Sure.
talking to each other about our families in India, et cetera, et cetera. So
As it should be.
Yeah. So
my only recollection, not one recollection, is that as Kamala got more involved in politics, she showed a keen interest in understanding how things worked for us, for our healthcare system,
Right.
but how Canada was managing the Syrian refugee crisis and stuff like that. She was very interested in understanding how things were done here. Not that she didn't know. She wanted my perspective.
Right. And I think you did have some, like everybody, you had to do your holidays over Zoom, did you not? Did you speak to her over the holidays?
Yeah, it was after New Year's. We got together after Christmas. So we had several Zoom meetings.
That's a great picture to see everybody doing that. I know that she also, I'm sure when you saw events unfold on Capitol Hill, that you were worried about that violence, and I understand that she called you as well, Chinni, to talk about it.
No, these days her life is so busy. They're very brief conversations, but she wanted to show me everything was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was always particular when she calls to find out if we are okay here as well.
Right. And because of that, are you worried for her come Inauguration Day? Are you worried?
Yeah, I'm not worried that I'm worried that she should be safe, but I'm also confident that she will be, given all the security and precautions that are being taken.
I imagine if we had been in better times, you would have gone. You would have been one of her guests.
Oh, absolutely. We were all planning for it.
Yeah. Oh.
We kept thinking things will improve and we could go, but unfortunately that's not the case. So we were there for Senate confirmation in Washington. That's when we met Mr. Biden, because he swore it in.
Right.
So it was a very nice meeting with him.
And we found Mr. Biden very engaging and making sure that he pronounced the names properly of each of us and each one of us. And her other sister was there, and her brother was there as well for the swearing-in ceremony. And I was quite impressed with Mr. Biden at the time.
Yeah, he took the time to find out what each of us were doing, where we were from.
Yeah.
For somebody who had so many people to swear in that day.
The whole pile of senators were being sworn.
So Chinni, tell me what you're going to be, what you're going to do on Wednesday, and maybe what you'll be feeling when you watch.
A little bit early, but my idea would have been to have a nice glass of champagne. But they're swearing in us in the morning, so maybe I'll enjoy it in the evening.
And I could add that because of the COVID restrictions, we cannot have friends over. That is a bit of a disappointment for us as well.
Yeah, we've had a lot of support from our friends in Canada and even from the US. Both of us travel and love it. And we've made many friends along the way, Americans, and they have kept in touch with us over this period because everybody is quite happy.
Not to forget that she has a lot of family in the US as well, spread all over the United States. Yeah.
Well, Chinni, I think if there's ever a time to drink champagne in the morning, that's probably it, when your niece becomes a vice president.
Okay, I think I should do it.
I endorse that. Listen, it was so nice to meet you. I can't imagine how proud you are of her, and I hope even watching it from afar gives you a great deal of joy, seeing that moment for your niece. Chinni and Shankar Subash, thank you. I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks
Bye.
for having us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.